But I can also say, because of where I have been with my mental health, this is prior to my therapy appointment and all of that fun stuff, it's also hard for me to do from a place that's not healthy. So people have to give themselves grace because there's like a catch 22 in that. There is like, you know what you need to do to be healthy, but it's hard to do because you're unhealthy.
Right.
You got to do, like my therapist says, like pick one thing. And when you pick the one thing, like focus on it, master it, get it done, and then we can add another thing.
Right.
Let's do it all right now. I don't have the energy, the mental bandwidth to do it all right now. I can do one thing though.
Yeah, and it's good just accomplishing that one thing, and then instead of having 10 unfinished products, start one thing. I'm gonna clean the bathroom today. Let's finish doing that instead of starting to stop.
Right.
And tomorrow.
You can't clean.
Right.
So yeah, if you can set one small goal, one that you can probably accomplish, because even your one small goal, depending on the day, you might not get through it. But one thing that you can probably do is going to serve your mental state better than 5 things that you know you should be doing. Because the reality is you don't have the bandwidth for it right now. And I think the better we become at accepting where we are in a moment, the healthier we will become healthier more quickly because we're giving ourselves the grace to get to where we need to be versus berating ourselves and being judgmental because we couldn't do the 5 things we know we needed to do. Well, need or not, it ain't getting done today. So what's going to serve me better?
Right. Okay, y'all can just say it one day at a time. We don't know when we're coming out of this pandemic. We don't know how long it's going to be. Just don't think 10 days ahead. Think about how you're going to pay your rent. Stimulus checks are coming. I got mine. You'll get yours. So let's take it one day.
Some good stuff. I say, even if a stimulus check isn't coming for you, you know, at least in most states and most cities for the next 60 days, can't nobody evict you. So you got time to come up with a plan. Right. Okay. Like if you focus on all of the things you don't have, if you focus on all of the things you can't do right now, you don't give your brain the space it needs to develop a plan for what you can do and how you can work yourself out of the situation. I have a friend, she has a phrase that she actually got from her father, or help me say it right. It's everything always works out right for me, always. Even if you can't see it in a moment. And I have it framed, she's an artist, so she did a rendering of it that I love. And it's literally framed and sitting on my coffee table at home. Like, I know that everything will work out right for me. It only happens though if I slow down and give myself some space and some grace and take some deep breaths so that my brain can actually function and I can make the decisions necessary or the phone calls or the plans or whatever it needs to be to get me back to a productive space. And productive on Monday won't look the same as productive on Wednesday. Right. Some days the productive thing, you got up, washed your behind, washed your face. Amen. Other days you might get to clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and call a friend. Both of those days were productive if you were able to get done what you needed to get done to make it to the next day.
And you got up. You even got up.
None of it matters if you don't get up. None of it matters if you don't make it to the other side. Like, literally none of it.
So, I think we're about to get ready to close out. Is it something that you wanted to touch on as far as mental, any quotes, anything that you wanted to leave us with?
I said it before, but I also wanted to say it again super plainly. Give yourself grace. Nobody alive right now and functional has lived through a global pandemic.
Right.
So it's going to take some grace to get through it. You are not failing. You are learning what works. And much of life is a matter of perspective. So the more that you can adjust your perspective, because in a lot of this, we can't change the situation we're in right now. We cannot change stay-at-home orders. We cannot change the fact that places are closed. We cannot change the fact that jobs have laid people off or whatever the case may be. Those things we have zero control over. What we do have control over is our thought process, our mindset, and how we choose to approach those situations. And so the more loving we are with ourselves, the more compassionate and kind that we are to ourselves, the better off we are at the end of this. And if you are a person who is coming from a place of faith, know that prayer and therapy work together, not against each other. So if you've not had therapy before, now is a great time. One of the things I consistently talk about is the trauma that's going to be on the other side of this for everybody. There's trauma. There's going to be trauma on the other side of this, because odds are you're going to lose someone you know, even if it's distantly, or someone you love dearly is going to lose someone they know just because of the rate of death, or you're going to be sick and you're going to be concerned of whether or not somebody's going to lose you, or financial, or whatever the case may be. Everybody is going to have trauma on the other side of this. So now, if you can, it's a great time to begin developing a relationship with a therapist. There's a platform called Talkspace where you can have virtual meetings, and most therapists are doing virtual right now, regardless of if they did it before. I've never had a virtual session with my therapist until last Friday. So take the time to figure out what you need to do to be well. And if you are in a position to talk to someone. And I just actually saw too, Taraji P. Henson, through her foundation, is willing to provide up to 5 free therapy sessions that are culturally responsive therapy sessions, in particular for Black people who are in need of that assistance right now. And let me help you out. We all need it. Okay? So don't wonder. Go online when it goes live, which I think was today, actually, the 15th, it went live today. Figure out what you need to do to get the help that you need to get to move forward in a way that allows you to come out of the pandemic whole as you can be, so that we can enjoy the beauty of your spirit and your existence in this world.
Not suffer in silence.
Unnecessary.
Not suffer in silence. Reach out to somebody. Like she said, they're doing free therapy sessions. Go to Taraji P. Henson. You can go to her Instagram page. I forgot her foundation name.
Yeah, if you just look at, it's in the news. You can, if you Google Taraji P. Henson right now, the first thing that's gonna come up.
So I think that's all we have today. I had fun interviewing you.
Thank you, sweeties.
Thank you.
You gave me a reason to do something I ain't done in a couple of days. Put some makeup on my face. Well, thank you, Sugar.
I have a makeup class coming up because I do not wear makeup, but I'm trying to get, some classes.
It literally took me until I was in my late 30s to start. Don't forget. You got time.
But thank you so much for coming, tuning in with us, and sharing your story with us. Y'all, this has been Live It Out Inc. You can probably catch this replay on YouTube if there was some feedback or static in the video. But just stay tuned. Thank y'all. Hopefully to see y'all next week with another guest. And I think that's all I have. Don't suffer in silence. Live it out. One day at a time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Right.